Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with today's challenge. The message I want to share with all of you today is how should you ideally understand people and find gratitude around difficult people. This happened some couple of years back. I was going through some kind of a stressful situation and my dad called me. And when my dad called me, I said, "Pa, I'll talk to you later, Pa." It was not a normal tone of voice of mine, and my dad felt something is wrong with her. And the moment I ended the call, I felt I could have handled it differently. Okay, but anyway, we took the privilege of being my dad only, I can be anything I want. So I continued to focus on my work after that. I did not expect my dad to come home, but he thought, okay, this girl is not normal, so let me visit her and see what is she up to. And in the next 30-35 minutes, my dad was at my home. He was staying a little close by. And when my dad was home, he came home with a favorite chocolate of mine and gave a big smile. I obviously smiled at him too. I asked my dad if he wasn't upset with me. He gave a big hug and said, "No, Radha, I'm not upset. In fact, I'm grateful that I have my daughter. I'm grateful that she picked up my call and spoke." And I was like, wow. So there are a lot of things which my dad had taught me, and this is one among them. And when I asked my dad, "How come, Pa, you could be so calm even when I did not speak to you properly?" He said, "I know you have too many responsibilities, and chances are high that you would be stressed out. I can understand your part. So even if I don't know what exactly is the stress that you're going through, nothing stops me from understanding you. So since anyway you're staying nearby, I thought I'll come visit you, and if possible, I thought I'll make you feel good as well." I said, "Thank you, Pa. Your visit definitely made me feel better. Thank you, and I'm so sorry." He said, "That's okay." And we both sat and had a cup of tea together, and we laughed, talking about all things. And this happened sometime during after lunchtime, kind of about 2:30 in the afternoon. And then when we had tea, laughed. It was only 3:10 or something. And then he said, "Okay, I'll wait until my grandsons come back and I'll see them also and go." And when my kids entered home, they see their grandfather and they were like, "Ah, hello, Tata, how are you?" So all this happened, and my dad left after some time. And few days later, I wanted to buy milk packet, half a liter of milk that comes in a pack. So I went out, tried some 3 4 shops, nowhere it was available, and I was so tired, exhausted of walking, and I was little irritated also. I was thinking, why can't these people keep enough stock? That kind of a thought, and I was walking towards the next shop. And when I asked for a milk packet in that particular shop, the vendor was like, he neither said yes nor said no. He went inside, brought the milk packet, and almost threw at me. And I got so angry for a moment. And I think the vendor noticed that I'm getting angry. And in few fraction of seconds, I should say, I calmed, asked how much is that, paid him, and then said thank you. And I turned back and I was about to walk back home. That's when he called me and said, sorry, madam. I said, that's okay. Thank you for giving me the milk packet. I was trying to find in many shops, it was not there. You had it, so thank you. That's what I told him, and I walked back home. Though initially I got a little angry, I calmed only because when I was difficult to handle, my dad did not get angry. He was, in fact, grateful that he had a daughter, grateful that I picked up the call and spoke to him. He, in fact, made it a point to visit and see how am I. All those things happened, no? And I felt good, right? So I thought, why can't I give the same kind of happiness to someone else? Instead of me getting mad at the vendor, I calmed, took a long breath, paid, said thank you. So now my behavior, had I gotten mad at him, he wouldn't have realized. I did not. So maybe he is a good man at heart too. So the moment he understood that I am not mad at him, instead saying thank you genuinely for giving me the milk pack, that made him to call me and say sorry to me as well. So the point that I'm trying to make here is we need to find gratitude around difficult people. I know one thing for sure, people who are hard on you are actually harder on themselves. Unless and until someone is hard on themselves, they will not be hard on others. So you don't have to literally go and solve each and everybody's problem. That's practically not possible too. But what we can do is, what I think is always in our control is understanding the difficult people and finding gratitude around them is definitely possible. Somehow I think that is always in our hands. Now I want all of you to pause the video, go to the comments and tell me what do you think about this opinion. Finding gratitude around difficult people is always possible and in our control. We expect people around us to be kind to us, to be respectful to us, isn't it? But the reality is, sometimes or some people, they just won't do that. How much ever you try, how much ever you make them understand, no, they are not going to be kind with you, they are not going to treat you properly. They'll always act out their temper on you and act foolishly, regardless of how you treat them. And that must be accepted. I'm not saying you need to accept the way you're being treated and continue to be nice to them. No, that's not what I'm saying. Draw a boundary. You don't allow people to disrespect you again and again. But what I'm saying is, you understand, okay, those people are difficult on themselves, so that's how they are. You just have to accept that is their originality. And they have come with a set of values and beliefs which is very difficult for them to change. And hence, the difficult people are there existing in this world. So, what I mean by accept those people is you don't have to lower your standards at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. Keep up your standards, draw your boundary, but accept that that is how they are. When you are forced to handle difficult people in your life, the first thing that I do is be grateful for having people in my life. Imagine a life without anybody around you. Do you think it's going to be an amazing life for you? No, no. So, the first thing that you need to do is be grateful that you have people around you. Now, what happens when you accept them as they are and not lower your standards, drawing a boundary, but you being grateful for having people around you? When you do all of these things, trust me, God sends some right people into your life at right time. And whatever that need to happen to you will happen. God will never let you down for your attitude of gratitude. I know it's not easy to deal with difficult people. Dealing with difficult people is difficult. I understand that completely. But imagine that these are the difficult people that are helping you grow emotionally more stronger and stronger. Am I not right? The extremely difficult people are the ones who are helping you overcome your emotional blocks. They help you get more mentally, emotionally stronger. So obviously you have to be grateful to them, no? They are actually teaching you to grow mentally stronger, emotionally stronger. They are actually your teachers. You're probably learning how not to be difficult. You're probably learning how not to treat other people. If you just think deeply, you will understand what I'm saying is right. So, in schools, your teachers have taught you so many subjects, and are we not grateful to those teachers? We celebrate Teachers' Day, we celebrate Guru Purnima, and we are grateful for all the teachers that we have had in our life. And these people who are difficult are also teachers. So we should ideally be grateful for these difficult people. See, initially, finding gratitude around difficult people may seem like a difficult or an impossible task, but trust me, you are just one conscious decision away from it. The moment you decide that you are going to be grateful that people are existing in your life, and you learn to draw boundary, and you also learn to be grateful that the difficult people are teaching you at least how not to be, right? So that way, when you find gratitude around difficult people, you tend to be more calm. And obviously, when you are calm, chances are high that you will be more happier too. Now imagine you being calm and happy when you have those difficult people around you. What can be more winning in life than that? Trust me, I'm right away saying it's not going to be easy, but it is possible. When you make it possible, you grow more emotionally stronger, and you will come out as a great leader for your own life. Now go to the comment section of this video and share your opinion about how do you deal with difficult people around you. So mandala for this challenge is done. Now go ahead, recreate it, share it with me.